everyone, let me ask you something. How many of you check your phone during class or while studying? Maybe just a reply, a quick message, or scroll through a TikTok for a short break. Now, think about this. How often does that simple action can cause you to lose focus? How much harder does it become to return to your studies or remember what you just read? Technology has made our life easier in many ways. It gives us instant access to information and keep us connected. But too much of it and too much relies on it, it will slowly hurting our ability to think deeply, remember clearly, and even speak confidently. As a university student, we use technology every day. We take notes on laptops, attend online classes, use messaging apps to socialize, and scroll social media to relax. But many of us struggle to focus in class because of constant phone notifications. Some of us forget what we studied after spending hours multitasking between tabs and apps. We turn to Google for every answer and rarely to try to solve our own problem. Even our conversation have changed. We text instead of talking. We react with emojis instead of expressing our emotions. So, today, I want to help us understand how technology affects our minds and what we can do about it. I'm not here to blame anyone. In fact, I'm just like you. I spend many hours on day on my phone and laptop for doing assignment, group chats, and entertainment. There have been times I could not concentrate during revision because of endless notification. I have wasted valuable time on social media instead of studying. Through personal experience and research, I learned that if we don't manage of our use of technology, it can slowly weaken our brain power, and we may not even notice it. Firstly, let's start with how technology is affecting our ability to focus and think deeply. Today, are constantly bombarded by notification, face-pass video, and multitasking across apps. All of this reduce our attention span and condition our brain to avoid deep thinking. According to recent research, the average human attention span has dropped to just 8.25 seconds, down from 12 seconds in year 2000. Dr. Gloria Mark from the University of California, Irvine, found that people now focus on one screen for an average for only 47 seconds before switching tasks. Even worse, after being interrupted, it can take 25 minutes to return to original task. This means that every time our phone buzz, it's not just a quick distraction, it's break our concentration affect how we learn. As students, this makes it harder for us to complete assignments, understand the lectures, or think critically in discussion. Our brain are being trained for quick reaction, not deep focus. Next, let's talk about memory and thinking skill. Technology is so convenient that we have started using it even for simpler tasks. We use GPS to get around, calculator for basic maths, and Google for every answer. But this is making our brains lazy. A year 2021 study in scientific report revealed that people who frequently use GPS were less likely to engage the hippocampus, the part of the brain. When we outsource simple tasks to technology, we stop using the part of brain that help us to return information and solve problems. Over time, this can weaken the neural pathway we rely on, memory and logical reasoning. As a result, we become more forgetful and our ability to think deeply independently slowly fades. So, how can we overcome this? The good news is that now we can strengthen our brains again with small daily habits. One easy exercise that we use as a UKM student can start right away before opening your notes or slide. Spend just 5 minutes writing down everything that you remember from the last lecture without looking anything up. This is called active recall, and it's one of the most effective way to improve it. It forces your brain to retrieve information actively instead of passively consuming. A 2017 study published in Frontiers state that who practice memory and puzzle exercise regularly had better working memory and problem solving skill. By doing this one activity every day, you notice that you remember more, rely less on your device. These small steps can help us rebuild and maintain our mental health in digital world often and try to take it away. Let's be honest, technology is useful. It helps us learn, connect and grow. But too much of it is like silently drain our focus, our memory and our ability to think deeply. If we continue like this, we might have the every skill that has as a human. Technology is a powerful tool, but it should be that, a tool, not a brain replacement. As a student, we must take control. Turn off notification when you study and set the screen limits. Talk to your friend face to face. Solve problem without instantly googling everything. You don't have to give up on your phone. Just don't let it control your mind. Let me end with a quote by Albert Einstein. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Let's not allow technology to take away our curiosity or our ability to think critically. Let's use it to fuel our learning and not to replace it. Thank you. That's all from me.